G'day, Laura Louise Love, psychologist and mum, coming to you again. I'd love to talk to you today about how all of us are back at it. School, work, lots of different commitments, the grind and the juggle. And how can we set ourselves up this year to cope really well? And help our children really cope well too. It's a really sad statistic that the leading cause of death amongst young people in Australia is suicide. And, the research shows that more than half of Australian kids are stressed. So, with all the pressure that kids can put on themselves and that families can also unknowingly add to academically and with sporting commitments and other things like that, it's no wonder children are stressed. And this technological world that we live in now, there's a lot more competing things happening and messages sent to our kids at an early age. So what can we do about this problem and how can we fix it? Incidental conversations and the power of conversations at home to change children's lives for the better should not be underrated at all. And parents are in a prime position to help as best as they can. So something I've found from working with thousands of children and families over the years is that we can often think that we need to do a lot as a mum in the day, perfect meals, overscheduling, but it's actually really important for our mental health and our children for us to schedule in lay low time. So this is relaxed time where we can share this really just important family time together with nothing kind of planned, no urgent pressing tasks. Children often don't feel like they can come to us if we are a bit stressed out ourselves, have a short fuse and got lots to do. So if we're just maybe hanging out in the lounge room, maybe cooking a low-key meal, painting our toenails, they might feel more comfortable to come and ask, "Hey mum, someone said this today," or "What do you think about this?" Because the pressure's off, and it's often good if you're kind of doing something else, especially for boys. It's a little less threatening. So another wonderful thing that I've found over the years is validating your children's emotions is really powerful. So if a child comes to you about something and they're having a really hard time, they hate school or they're feeling bullied, it's really important to validate how they're feeling, because it would have taken a lot of courage for them to come to you in the first place. And I think I've gotten lost here, so I better go back the direction I came. So validating is very different to agreeing with. So validating might sound like, it sounds like you're having a really hard time at school and feeling really angry about that with what you've shared with me, or I'm imagining that's really hard for you given da-da-da. Agreeing with is, yes, that's totally true. That happens for me too. That's 100% accurate, and we might not have all the facts about something, so it's important that we don't jump to those conclusions. But we can definitely validate, normalize, and maybe share some of our own experiences as well and how we maybe overcame challenges. Another great thing to do would be to ask open-ended questions. So when kids come home from school, rather than the stock standard, "Did you have a good day?" "Yes." "Did you learn anything new today?" "No." That just cuts off the conversation. So we want to be having a playful, relaxed, non-judgmental, inviting dialogue with our kids. And the less threatening we can be, the more they're likely to talk to us and come to us, which we all want. So try and ask thoughtful, open-ended questions like, what's the thing you're looking forward to most this year? Or what's something you're really worried about? And you might be able to share the same in a developmentally appropriate way. So I hope these tips have been helpful for you. Just remember to give yourself lay low time and give this stuff towards yourself too. So empathise and have compassion for you, because that will have a roll-on effect for your kids and for your families. So I'd love to hear what kind of strategies you've maybe used over the years to help your kids come to you when they've had challenging times in their life, and what's been really helpful for your family coping positively with stress throughout the year. because the better we can nip these things in the bud earlier, the more healthful, thriving and resilient our families will be, because we'll set these things up early. So wishing you a wonderful year ahead. Thanks so much for watching, and namaste. Bye.